What is up, guys? It's Bane here, but bringing you guys a gameplay commentary today on the map Slums. And the gameplay you guys are going to be seeing is my very first recorded gameplay I ever recorded in Black Ops 2. It is 148 kills and 4 deaths using the I guess you could say the PDW before it got patched, I guess. And so the PDW is an absolute dominant weapon, and it just slapped people all around, left, right, and center. I mean, this weapon had like 50 bullets in a clip. It had no recoil, and with the laser sight, you could hip fire like a football field away. And I mean, it was a great weapon, and that's the weapon I was using in this gameplay, guys. Some of the perks I was using back in the day, this must have been 4 months ago at least. I was using hard line and flak jacket, which is something I use nowadays. I was using hard wire, dexterity, and tactical mask. So I mean, nothing really new, but some of the perks, I mean, it really worked with this class. So I mean, those are some good perks, guys. And the score streaks I was using in this game, actually, guys, I was using the counter UAV, orbital VSAT, and swarm. So I only had one lethal to get 148 kills, and I think that's really good. And my swarm went ham this game, guys. I mean, ham and cheese. Like, my swarm dominated, kids. I think it was around the 5-minute mark. I got like 10 kills like in a row on the feed straight. Like, it was nuts, guys. You got to see the swarm coming up like later in this gameplay. But that's not what I'm talking about today, guys. Today, I'm talking about some huge news in the gaming world. I'm talking about the Xbox One. And, you know, we got some huge news today about the Xbox One. News that is really positive and is really going to get its base back to normal. I mean, some people aren't going to forgive the Xbox One, but I, for one, am. I mean, I was never not going to be with them, but the Xbox One has revealed some very important information today that I really want to share with you guys today. And it's really, really cool. So, the first thing that the Xbox One was going to get huge criticism for was the fact that they did not support the used game market. What I mean by that is they were going to put a fee on used games. So if I wanted to play a used game, or if I wanted to give a used game to my friend, we would have to pay like an extra fee for this, like a $15 fee or something. I mean, it was absolutely preposterous. Or I don't even know, maybe it was more expensive, but it was like a really expensive fee just for a used game. It was not going to be worth it. And a lot of people were really not going to buy the Xbox One for this, because some people like to play campaign games, finish the campaign game, then sell it off and buy a new one. That's how a lot of people operate, and they buy the new one as a used game so they get it much cheaper. Now you can do that exactly how you can with the Xbox 360, exactly how you can with the PS3, and exactly how you can with the PS4. So the used game platform is now exactly the same for both consoles. There's nothing changed, so you guys can really, you can look at that now. And the biggest thing that was getting the most hate for the Xbox One was this thing where like every 24 hours you had to be connected to the internet or your Xbox won't work. And I'll tell you what Microsoft actually had to say today. They said the biggest backtrack in gaming history. So Microsoft has announced a full change in their highly controversial DRM policy. And their policy required users to connect to the internet every 24 hours. And I mean, that just means basically for your Xbox to operate, it had to be connected every 24 hours, which is absolutely preposterous. And I mean, for me, that's not an issue because I'm on 24/7. But I mean, for some people, people that are only on a day or two a week, or only like to play, just a little bit, just like to have a good time. I mean, this would have been a big issue for you, and now you don't have to worry about this. So I mean, it's right back to the normal. This is crazy. This must have to cost Microsoft so much money to backtrack this. I mean, they had made this completely new console with these completely new features such as the used games and the DRM, but now it's a completely changed console. I mean, they might as well just do their whole presentation again, and I mean, they really might as well because now people are going to be completely confused. But guys, the used games is back to normal. You do not have to be connected to the internet to play an offline game, and there is no fees on any used games or anything like that. So I just wanted to clear that up with you guys, and I'm really, really loving that Microsoft did this. They're listening to their people. They even said themselves they were reviewing the reports. And I mean, how could they not notice the hate that they were getting? I mean, the hate was tremendous, but I think a lot of people will forgive them now and come back to the Xbox One. And I'm going to buy the Xbox One, and I'm giving my guys my unbiased opinion here on the consoles after this new announcement. Now, the PS4 has really gone into single-player campaign games. And in my opinion, the PS4 is going to be better for single-player campaign games. And so if you're a big single-player guy and you like the PS4 controller, then I would suggest going to the PS4. Now, if you're a multiplayer guy, the Xbox 360, or shall we say Microsoft, has really outdone Sony in the last couple consoles, and I think they've outdone them probably going into this next console. And I mean, the Xbox 360 has just been a much better experience than the PS3 in my mind. For multiplayer experience, they work much harder on it. Now that the PS4 is now going to be charging $50 a year, just like the Xbox One is going to be, I guess they will be putting that towards multiplayer, I imagine. So I guess they'll clean it up a bit. But if you ask me, for what I've been hearing, the Xbox One will have a better multiplayer experience. So for the diehard multiplayer players, I would definitely suggest going with the Xbox One. That's just my opinion, guys. If you're a multiplayer guy, I suggest going with Microsoft. If you are a single player guy, I would suggest going with the PS4. That's just basically what it is. That's kind of what it's come down to. And I mean, you can also look at it this way. I mean, the controller wise, I mean, the consoles are basically, they're very identical. The only main difference is that the Xbox, you have to buy the Kinect for it, and the PS4 you don't. I mean, that's basically the main difference. And I mean, it kind of comes down to the controller too. Even the diehard PlayStation fans, some of them would still rather have an Xbox controller. The PlayStation controller just doesn't really fit your hand. And here's where my swarm goes off, guys. I don't know if you just saw that, but that was crazy. Rewind if you missed that. I mean, my swarm just dumped on these scrub dandy randies. But that's crazy. That really was crazy. And you know, getting back to it, the controllers, the Xbox controller, I feel like gets the edge every time. Both controllers did not change basically in any way. They just had like, you know, remade toggles and more finesse on the controller and stuff like that. But there really wasn't a main difference in the controllers. So it kind of comes down to you, are you a multiplayer guy or are you a single player guy? That's basically what I have to say about that whole console dispute, shall we say. And they also, guys, another big topic in Call of Duty is they are launching the new map pack, which I kind of went over in my last commentary, but not that much. It comes out July 2nd, I believe. And I mean, they're bringing back a Summit remake, which is going to be epic. But to be honest, you know, I'm saving up money for this Xbox One and all these games in the new year. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. But if I am going to buy it, I will bring you a video on all 4 maps. And if this is something you guys would like to see, if enough of you comment in the comment section or tweet me that I should get the map pack, I will get the map pack on day 1, and I'll get 4 videos out in the first 4 days of map packs, like 100 pluses and stuff like that. I will do that if that's something you guys want, so please leave a comment. That would much be appreciated. I just don't know if I'm going to buy the map pack, but if you guys really want me to, I will post gameplays for all 4 of them, and I will acquire the map pack. And, you know, the biggest reason why I want this map pack is, I mean, the zombies looks really epic, but I mean, I say this every year, and I only play the zombies in like the first week and never touch it again. So, you know, I don't really feel like falling into the trap every year because I always find myself deleting the map packs for various reasons. Even though they're good maps, I mean, it's just the players that play the maps aren't really cool, but I don't know, guys. We'll have to see. And so that's kind of the big news I had to share with you guys about the Xbox One. Nothing really has happened in the PS4 world at the moment. They're kind of sticking with their console. Xbox One, I mean, they just made that huge change, and the Call of Duty map pack, Vengeance, I believe it's called, comes out, I believe it's July 2nd, and I will probably be bringing you guys videos if that's something you guys would like. And that's basically all I had to talk about today in this commentary. And if you guys enjoyed this commentary, I would really appreciate a like on the video. Or if you have some constructive criticism, you can also leave that in the comment section below. And this weekend, I'm going to try and get some live commentaries done. And I'm going to be picking up people so many times this weekend because this weekend I have absolutely nothing. I'm just going to be gaming hard as a mother trucker, as I would say. And I mean, that's gonna be this weekend, guys. I'm gonna be picking up people left, right, and center, especially if you're following me on Twitter. So, guys, if you enjoyed this, please leave it a like and peace.
Counter UAV on standby. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested.